Hello, it's me. I'm outside of the computer, more than just a voice. Normally you see me from the other side of the office facing kind of this away. This is what the other side looks like. I'm doing this because I want to show you a quick way of just testing we're just checking the Instagram post to see what it's going to look like on a phone. Because sometimes you can design in a really big size and when you shrink it down, it doesn't really work. And then I'm going to show you how to take it from Canva and actually post it to Instagram. And even if you're not doing Instagram, it is pretty, I don't know, it's important to see how we get from desktop to phone. I'm waving my hand around like I'm holding an invisible phone. I've got one right here. So we're going to go from that Canva, okay, to the camera on your phone and then out to Instagram. So we'll do both of those. So let's jump in. And yes, I've grown a beard since last time you saw me. This is about how long it takes between the first video you saw me and the getting started to now. It takes a long time, about this much beard growth. This is the homeless Dan. Get on with it, Dan. All right. All right, the first thing I want to show you is that when I'm testing on my phone, like before I even do the whole hook Canva up to my phone and check it, I like to check things like the sizes of the fonts and stuff that I'm using while I'm working before I even get to this point. So long before now, we should have done this. So I'm going to show you the, I don't know, this is the caveman way. It's the way I do it. I'm going to show you because like instead of downloading it to their phone, I just grab my slider down the bottom here, right? That thing we've used before and drag it down until it's about the same right size as my phone. Like that's about right. Okay. And I know that people hold their phones closer to their faces. So I do this. This is what I do. And I just give it a check, like, can I read it? Can this be read? And a lot of it can't, okay? Because I was designing it at that really big size, and that happens to me a lot. It's definitely happened to us now because we're only this far through the course before I brought it up. But that's what you should be doing all the way through the course. Getting it small, getting it to the size you need, and giving it a check. So that's for Instagram. Anything that's going out to the phone or has a phone option. Okay, so I'm gonna show you like YouTube. YouTube's the same. Can you see all the thumbnails here? They are way smaller than I designed them in Canva. Okay, so I designed them in Canva and then you find out that they're quite small here. And like some of these writings are quite small. It gets even smaller on the phone. Where's my, let's open up. You see here? Okay, these are all a lot smaller than even the desktop version. So just keep an eye out when you are making stuff in Canva. They're like, is this gonna be on the phone? If it's gonna be on the phone, then you probably need to do a quick little test of being smaller. Can it still be read? All right, enough of the weird caveman zooming out version. Let's actually get it from our, where are we? From Canva onto our phone. All right, let's talk more specifically about getting it out to Instagram. Okay, you can obviously just go to share and go to download and just download a JPEG or a PNG. PNG is probably best for Instagram. Instagram does do its own resizing, so you can't be very specific. Just upload a good enough quality and they'll go and downsize it anyway because that's what they like to do. But the official way is a little confusing. That's why I've got it in here. If I go to share and I'm like, Instagram, or if I go down to more and I find Instagram or whatever the ones are, if I go to Instagram, it's gonna say, all right, post immediately. You can do scheduling, it's a bit more advanced, okay? But let's do immediately post onto the mobile app. You're like, oh, cool. You're like, okay, scan me. All right, this seems very official. And then you go in here and you scan it and you have the QR code if you know how to work those. And all of it basically is not needed. Because basically what it's gonna do is, it's just opened up the app on my phone for Canva. It hasn't opened up Instagram or anything special. Basically, if you don't have the Canva app installed, if you scan that, it's gonna say, hey, download the Canva app. That's all it's doing. So this thing's not really that useful. Okay, it just appears, the QR code feels good, but does nothing. Basically, what you need to do regardless of that is download the Canva app. Okay, that is through your app store, either on Apple or Google. Install it, log in with the same account, and then this will appear. And basically, you're not posting on Instagram, it's just opened up your design in the Canva app, which you can fully use. We'll do that in the next video. But for the moment, can you see it's kind of just like a version of the desktop version. Okay, nothing really different here. They've got this menu down the bottom instead of on the left-hand side. Okay, but I can still go to my share at the top here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but there's an option in here. It says, where is it? I can download it as a JPEG, which might be just as good to post to Instagram. I'm gonna shuffle along until I find the Instagram one. And it's gonna have that same thing we had before. Would you like to post immediately? You say yes. Well, Hit continue. And which page? The current page? No, kind of like what we did when we were downloading our JPEGs. Okay, so I'm going to say no, I want page. I can't remember. Current page. Actually, let's shuffle across. Which ones? Go, you. Let's do this one. So I'm going to go again. I'm going to go to Instagram. Where are you, Instagram? There it is. Which post? I'm doing it all again. Current page, yes please. You will have to let Canva have some access to your document. It does a cool animation while it's kind of saving out your JPEG and getting ready to upload. And that is Instagram. If you've used Instagram, you'll know what this looks like. This is the creating a post. So it's just kind of transferred my JPEG into Instagram, ready for me to add text and post. But even if you're not going to Instagram, I wanted to show you this because often there's lots of features inside of Canva that says, hey, do some stuff on the desktop and then you can be connected to that thing on your phone. All it does is open up the Canva app. It does nothing really else. Okay, so you can skip all of that and I can just go to my Canva app and just start from here. Do I want to rate it? I do not. Okay, so I don't have to like say export from the desktop, then open in the phone. Okay, just straight up, I can go to all my documents in here. It's very similar. Okay, so I can say, all right, there's my Fox. Okay, and I want to go through and scroll to the page that I want and then just export it. There you go. That is it. I show you that because that's something that I ran into. I spent a long time trying to connect my desktop to my phone. And actually, it's basically the same application, one running on my phone, one running on the desktop. And if you want to post stuff, you don't even have to open Canva on your desktop. Just open the Canva app on your phone and go from there. Or you could just download it from your desktop, email it to yourself, do it that way as well. It's up to you. But I thought it'd be interesting to show you both how I get my kind of like testing the font sizes before I get into here, because you're like, that's too small. It's good to test that on desktop first, okay? And then how to get it out to something like Instagram or any other social media kind of phone-based applications. All right, that's it. It was good to see each other outside the voiceover from the computer. Sorry for the flickery screen. I need to figure out a way of making that stop, but you get the idea. All right, I'll see you in the next video.